mic.
Hey,
please.
can you start recording, please?
Start recording, intern.
Firulais.
Hey, Firulais.
Firulais.
Sorry, guys. Speaking to the intern.
Hit the record, boss.
Thank you, buddy. You're a very
Shout
good
out,
intern.
Yeah, shout out to the intern.
Yeah, shout out to Firulais.
Firulais Solovino.
Okay, Jan. Welcome to the regular podcast, buddies. The very regular podcast, number 1. Episode number 1.
Welcome to the regular podcast number 1.
Because we're gonna delete the other one because we fucked up the audio. So.
Yeah, so this is our
I'm
first.
kind of ashamed of the previous one.
This is our first professional.
No,
you know what? I'm gonna take
Fuck
it.
it.
I'm gonna take it above.
We gotta learn from our
professional.
Mistakes. Episode number 2.
Episode number 2.
We gotta learn from our mistakes, you know.
Chapter number 2. Let's
we can't erase the past.
No, but we could forget about it.
But we can. We gotta move on.
Oh, but I read a quote that said, when you're doing like really good and people try to bring up the past, and then like the reply to that was, you could bring up the past because motherfucker, that made me who I am. No, and it's true. It's like, oh shit, because people try to bring in the past to like kind of make you feel feel bad and bring you down. But it's like in reality, you are who you are because of your past.
That's true.
So
you either learn from it or you
bring it up. Matter of fact,
either learn from your past or keep making the same mistake.
Exactly.
And we fucking learn from them. We're ready, man.
It's like
we're ready for this.
It's
shit.
like a good friend of mine says. Either you taking losses or you taking lessons. Just depends how you want to see it.
Okay.
Shout out Kiki.
Who Kiki?
Kiki. No, it's insider. But yeah, Kiki.
No insider.
Shout out Kiki. Kiki
if you say an insider, you gotta like tell everybody about it.
Okay. Well,
there's no insiders
because like how roosters go like.
Yeah. So what's an insider? That's just
because she's like a fucking rooster. She's always fighting and shit. You feel me? She's always just ready to
Kiki.
Shout out to Kiki.
From Drake.
From who?
From Drake.
Who's that?
That new song? Child's Play? I don't know.
Okay,
who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But moving on. I was in line for 45 minutes to get this piece of shit. This fucking sandwich.
Honestly, I have not tried it once. But I feel like we shouldn't even really...
I feel like a hypocrite because I went to buy this shit. Because I've been talking mad shit about it. You know this.
But you wasted 45 minutes?
45 fucking minutes.
You know what? Well, let's not even give them 45 seconds of our time. So let's just fucking try it and move on with it.
I want to talk about the people in line. Like, this shit is... It's probably not that fucking good for the line to be 45 minutes long. The line was out the fucking door.
It's
out
crazy,
to the
people.
fucking driveway. Not... Out the parking lot. Like, I literally had to go out.
It was outside the parking lot?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, buddy.
You did all of that for this?
For this piece of shit. For you guys. I did it strictly for the video.
For the viewers?
Yeah.
For the millions and millions watching at home?
So we're going to try this piece of shit sandwich. And review it. You want to review it?
I don't want to review it. I just want to see if it's good or not.
So it's already cold as shit.
Oh, it's already sliced up in two?
Hell yeah, buddy.
Okay.
We ready for this. I want the little piece. I want that.
Shit better be good. What is it supposed to be? It's just like a chicken, like what?
Oh, I got the spicy.
It's supposed to be like a chicken slider or what?
Didn't your boy open a business or some shit?
Yeah.
What do you think? You took the first bite. Oh shit, it's spicy though. Holy shit.
It's actually not bad. It's
Holy
decent.
Shit.
Oh, fuck. It's decent.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Can I have the bag?
Oh, it's decent.
Okay, so.
But
I'm fucking amazed.
I prefer by
I'm amazed because this shit is a regular fucking sandwich, you piece of shit. This is just fucking chicken on a fucking patty.
I really believe
And
that you were like. I really believe that
you
you were.
groupie ass motherfuckers are in a fucking line. Oh, it's fucking Popeyes. Popeyes should not have that fucking long ass line.
I really thought you
This
were
is
like
just
really
a regular
like it.
sandwich.
Yeah,
I mean,
like it's not
whatever.
bad. It's just cool. It's whatever, you know. Well, okay. I mean, I'll probably finish it because I'm fucking starving. But if you're looking for a nice fucking chicken sandwich, go to Nash and Tender.
Fuck yeah.
Downtown
Support
Stockton.
your local business. Fuck these motherfuckers.
It's a Nashville hot chicken style
But
place.
we're
not sure if I'm,
cussing
like,
on. Let's
I
tone
don't know
that
if I'm
down a
explaining it right, but Nash and Tender. Shout out downtown.
bit. Sorry for all the
That now that shit is good. And the fries, ooh,
The fries are really good.
tell
Try
me.
out Nash and Tender. Nash plus Tender?
Nash. Well, it's Nash and Tender, but like
Okay.
it's like on the website thing. It's like or Instagram pages. It has like the plus sign, but it's
Okay.
Nash and Tender.
So Nash and Tender better than this piece of shit. to be
Honestly, I
honest.
think so. It has
So-
more flavor too, and you know it's
Stop
just,
being a fucking groupie at Popeyes. This shit is just like a regular fucking sandwich.
and it's a new local business too. So go support your local business. You know, get
It's in downtown Stockton by the movie theater. So
the what's it called? The economy flowing in the city. You know. But continue with what you wanted to discuss today.
oh, so
Wow, finish this shit.
motherfucker.
This is all cold though. Fuck.
I'm pretty sure this topic will hit home to all of my fellow Stocktonians because we've all been getting affected by this piece of shit. I'm cussing a lot. I'm just angry. I'm angry by this problem. What I'm trying to say is that this problem will hit home to everybody in Stockton because I'm pretty sure everybody has been affected by this. And I'm talking about the homeless. I mean, there was a huge fire like 2 days ago.
No, it was today. Was it today or yesterday?
Yesterday. Well, last night, pretty much. But I mean, by the time we upload this, it's gonna be like
It will be 2 days. Yeah.
So there was a fire on the 4th of November on the downtown freeway. Because that's where they have the biggest homeless encampment. It's in the downtown area. And
Oh
there's a
yeah,
bridge
there's
under the Highway
homeless
5.
over there.
And I guess the whole encampment or whatever settlement got on fire that they had to close down the freeway and all the oncoming traffic was, I guess they were derailed from the highway.
'Cause I saw a lot of people post it, but I wasn't sure if it was like a crash that was hella bad.
No, it was actually like you know how they have their tents and everything.
So like it came.
They
from,
had their
it
tents
came-
and shit.
Actually, here's the video that we're talking about, which. Wait, is it that? Well,
Shout out
that's
to
one of them.
209 Times, by the way. I mean, they're pretty resourceful.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
don't know,
pretty
actually.
resourceful source of information in the community.
Oh shit! So this isn't even the one on downtown.
That's
This
a
is
different
another
one.
one.
I guess
That's a different one.
I guess all this year there's been a total of 1,525 fires.
1,525.
Just this year. I'm pretty sure there's more
So
by now.
here's a video
By
of
today.
some guy recorded this. Oh shit.
Somebody said this is sexually attractive.
Somebody said is what? It's sexually attractive.
Somebody commented this is sexually
This
attractive.
is sexually attractive.
You know, it's funny. Some guy also commented. I was looking at it earlier, and the guy's like, "You should throw the homeless in there."
No,
should
but the
burn
thing is,
with
like,
it.
it's this is really getting out of hand.
You know, I mean,
Like, this
nothing's
shit is
being.
getting
I
really
think
out
the
of
thing
hand.
is that nothing is being done about it. Like, I mean, there's a fire literally every day in Stockton now, and it's known to be caused by the homeless. And it's just,
I think there's firefighters respond to fires caused by homeless. I believe at least 5 times a day. At least.
for sure. I mean, we've seen this.
I mean, that's a lot.
Just
I think that's a lot.
by our shop, there was a fire like not too long ago. I mean, there's
No,
been like a couple already.
There's been. I mean, I think within the last 2 months, there's probably been like 4 or 5 even. Sure, there was one right behind the shop. They're fucking getting out of hand.
It is getting out of hand.
They're unstoppable right now. It's like the rising of the homeless.
It's like they're above the law now. Like I feel like the police doesn't give a shit anymore. Like they just let them fucking camp and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Because if it was a normal citizen, you're not allowed to camp
you're not. But
in
then again, they have,
public or city or government property at all. So I mean, they allow them. They've been there for years now, and I mean they're sprouting everywhere now. There's at least an encampment in every bridge and by the every levy I've seen.
Yeah, every single one of them.
Now in every empty, empty lots are full of homeless now.
Empty buildings, empty businesses,
trash everywhere.
I feel like they try to look for.
And not only are they fucking starting fires, but they're shedding outside of businesses and breaking stuff and like causing a lot of damage to property around Stockton. I'm pretty sure it's causing the city a lot of money.
I mean, not even the city too, but wait, not that didn't make sense. I said
economy.
Not even the city, but also like
the city economy?
Local business owners too.
The local economy. Like I'm
just
pretty.
In general,
this is our taxpayers' money that is going to this. All the firefighters, all the. I mean, if they burn down like a public space, they use taxpayers' money
to rebuild it.
Yeah, mm-hmm. So it's it is a community problem now, and I mean, this is a problem that it's not. It doesn't really happen to like small cities like us. Like this is a big city problem. Like for like San Francisco, it's common, and New York and LA, but you don't really hear about this like in a small town like us.
I mean, but things been going on for what? Like this started actually like incrementing
3 years ago,
like 3-4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I found out that the Manteca actually paid some homeless. Like they paid them train tickets to like go to Stockton.
I've heard about
like,
that.
Yeah, like I was like, what the fuck?
I've been hearing about.
Props to Manteca, but don't fucking send us your fucking homeless shit. The fuck?
That's not really fixing it.
Yeah, that's fixing your history, but okay, yeah.
No, I heard. You know how in Oakland there's like what's the train called?
The BART.
Yeah, the BART. I've seen people handing them. Well, supposedly
like tickets to kind of just leave.
To just come to Stockton, because you know how the BART goes all the way to
Stockton.
Yeah. So I've heard people say that as well.
Damn, that's crazy.
From like the Bay Area, like they send them out here. Because in the Bay Area, it's like a big ass issue too.
I'm sending you my homie. Hi.
No, in the Bay Area, it's like it's a huge issue, but it's kind of understandable over there because their economy is like to live out there. It's like the cost of living is
the cost of living
super crazy. And I heard companies like Apple and Microsoft and like the big tech giants, whatever, like they've been investing money into the city, like building affordable housing and shit. But I mean that has nothing to do.
That's like kind of to like help the homeless or like help their own pockets in the long term.
Well,
probably both. Maybe
it's with the intentions, quote unquote, to help
like low income housing.
Yeah, to create like affordable housing for.
But there's always a loophole with those fucking big corporations.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like here now.
But I mean, our rant here in Stockton. Oh, continue.
I was gonna say that I feel that here, the cost of living is not as bad as like the Bay Area, but it's still.
So it's not an excuse.
Yeah, it's not. But we're seeing like a lot of like fucking homeless people shit.
Like the homeless population is booming here in Stockton.
It's like damn near what, like you said the other day, like what, 900, 1,000 damn near.
Yeah, well, the population from like 2017 to now, it grew like 300%.
And there's like hella
300% growth.
There's like little quote unquote settlement villages that they're like building. There's like they're building their own little towns within towns. You have it on there now.
This guy flashes me.
He flashes you. Yeah. I was talking to a police officer, and he said that 99. Okay, well, before I say this, like crime, besides like the whole homeless issue, crime has been increasing too due to the homeless issue.
Well, yeah.
So like
yeah, that's for sure.
What's the word?
They go hand in hand.
Yeah, I guess you could say.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, look, like most of the homeless people here in Stockton, I'm sure they're drug addicts or chronic drug abusers.
For sure.
And that's the technical term, is chronic drug abusers. But yeah, I'm pretty sure most of them fall into that category, because I mean, just think about it, like we've been talking about, like we don't have like super high rent, whereas they, that's not the excuse for them to say like, oh, I just can't pay rent. Yeah,
I can't.
Or like there's a shit ton of jobs around here.
Not sure. Even that. There's a shit ton of people that are still like struggling, but I mean, you don't see them like kind of just.
That's not the excuse. So I'm pretty sure like a huge majority of the homeless people here in Stockton are drug users. So, I mean, they go out in the streets and they get money because people give them money, and then they go out and they buy drugs, and so it's like the drug business is booming in Stockton as well. And now that kind of goes along with the homeless population. Like both of them are booming together.
Yeah.
Because it's like the drug dealers are making money off the homeless.
Oh, yes.
and then that's why we have more homeless, because we have more access to drugs and shit like that. So it's like, you know, it's like a
little vicious
it's like a cycle.
And we're also involved in that because as a community, we sometimes give them money, thinking they're gonna be like, oh, well, you know, he is hungry. He's gonna go buy a taco, burrito.
I feel like people are ignorant of this, but the homeless have so much fucking aid. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's like at least, I think I've counted like 10 shelters in Stockton. There's like 10 shelters that provide food and shelter, obviously, to them. And they also get food stamps, and you know, mayor gives them like $500 a month or some shit like that.
I'm not too sure about that.
I think, I don't know if the bill passed or not, but he was trying to give like
money to the homeless.
Yeah,
so they could kind of just like.
So just think about it, like these people are, you know, like they go out in the streets and they ask for money, and you give them money. They're not using that money to better themselves. They're using that money for drugs because they got everything else. So in a way, when people give them money and shit, they're actually like feeding into the cycle because they use that money for drugs. And I mean, that's never going to help them.
Yeah.
They're never going to better themselves because they're like, why? We're getting money. We're getting drugs.
And I was going to add to the whole shelter thing too, that I guess those shelters are like clean shelters. And by clean, I mean like they do like drug tests and all of that. So part of the reason too, but we're seeing a lot of homeless is because they don't want to quit.
Yeah, and they don't want to. Yeah,
their addiction. Like they don't want to quit.
They're addicts.
They want to keep doing it. Therefore, they don't get accepted. So it's not, they can't blame like the shelters, like, oh, well, you know, they don't take me in, or fuck, like they're not really helping me. It's like, yeah, well, they are, but you gotta quit your shit.
They gotta want the help, and it's not helping them by you giving money. So if you give money out to the fucking homeless, you're part of the fucking problem. So slap yourself in the wrist, motherfucker.
I haven't done that in a while, so I'm not gonna slap myself.
Me either. And I mean, just think about it, like these motherfuckers are getting so out of hand. It's like they don't even like, hey, they don't even ask you like, hey, do you have a, you know, spare change? They ask you like, do you have a couple dollars for me?
For real, yeah, they're
hustling now, like
they are ballsy. They're
fuck yeah, like
ballsy with
they
it.
don't set out with the sign like hungry. Now they just come.
I mean, yeah, it's rare to even see that now.
I know. Now they just come up to you and be like, "You got $10?
You got $10?
What the fuck?" I've been asked that a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. I say that from experience. I was at a drive-thru the other day, and this homeless guy, he was young, like probably mid-20s, like my age, and he comes up to me and he's like, "You got $10?" And I just looked at him like, "What the fuck?" It got me so fucking mad. I was like, is this fucker for real? I was like, did he just ask me for $10? And then he goes up to the guy in front of me and he does the same shit to him, and the guy gives him $5.
Oh, see.
And I was like, are you serious? Like, there's people out there that give him money. And it's like, I'm pretty sure that those people say like, oh, I do it because it makes me feel good. But no, it's, I mean.
See, I feel like, yeah, see, when that shit happens too, I feel like people do it in a way to kind of boost their own ego and be like, oh, well, what the fuck are you doing for the community?
Yeah.
You know, I'm helping out. It's like, are you really though? Because you're giving them money.
You're
like,
not
are you really
helping them out for
or
shit.
are you helping them?
I even feel like
add to their addiction.
Yeah.
You might as well just fucking, you know, I was
just go buy the drugs for them.
Yeah, you might as well.
If you're giving them money, might as well just go buy them a cigarette,
bro,
or a
you know
fucking,
what?
or alcohol or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, not all people, but I would say majority of the people sometimes do that to kind of just like boost their own ego. And
I've seen a lot of people
helping.
like in the.
It's like, you can't tell me I'm not helping because I give the money.
Yeah.
So that's not helping.
I've seen a lot of people like in the community like giving free shit, and like they make a social gathering on Instagram or whatever, and they go and they make a video about it. Like, oh, I'm giving them. I've seen guys giving free haircuts. I've seen them people like giving food and shit like that. I'm just like, that's not really helping the homeless. If you really want to help them, you would take them to a rehabilitation center and shit like
something.
That. Because you're just doing that to show off. You know, you're just doing that for yourself. For yourself, pretty much, like to
kind of like do like
to
an
advertise
ego,
yourself,
like an ego check,
yeah, to make yourself look good. I feel like that's what people do. To be honest, like I don't see any other way. And yes, I'm talking shit. It bothers me. I just it's not genuine to me. Like it just doesn't come off as genuine.
It is kind of true. I mean, and especially those people that are like out on the streets, that are those chronic, you know, drug abusers that kind of like, if you're gonna do that, just rather go to like the shelters, you know.
Yeah,
actually go somewhere
like,
where people actually want the help and they're there because they want to, you know, be better than they
I just
are
feel like if we
time.
stop giving them shit, it's gonna draw them to the shelters where they're gonna get help.
Yeah.
Because out here they're getting everything they need. That's why they don't go to the shelters, is because they're getting everything they fucking need. People just hand them shit, and it's like now they're not asking you for it, they're demanding it. That's why you see them out in the streets demanding for all this shit. Because they're getting it. People are giving it to them.
And
so
they're not. And why? Because they're also. They might be drug addicts, but they're not fucking.
These people are very smart.
They're not stupid.
They're really
smart. They're smart. They're really intelligent.
Oh, yeah. I've seen them finesse so many people.
I mean, like the way they approach people, they fucking do reverse psychology on you.
For sure.
You know, where they camp or like the locations they stay. They know the laws. Oh. Well, this is what I was going to mention earlier, like with the police officer that I was having a discussion with. He said like the rates have been increasing because of the homeless. He said that like 90% of the calls that they do or they respond to is bum on bum crime.
Oh, yeah?
You know, that's how he quoted. It's like, yeah, it's fucking just bum on bum crime. Fucking bums going crazy.
And they are.
And then he also mentioned that like on certain, like the highway fire, I don't know if the city was able to get involved, but he said that under the highway is technically like state line or like state property, that they can't touch the homeless there. And the homeless know that. So like the city can't go there and do anything about it because I guess CHP has to, you know, step in and handle it because they're state. Yeah. Who doesn't want to?
The CHP.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask, but it's like fuck. Like not everybody.
I just feel like
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I've been researching this shit for days.
I didn't know that fucking the city.
But also,
couldn't, like,
I did find that they don't want to throw them in jail because our jails are overpopulated. So.
Oh yeah,
and it's not fixing the issue.
That's
just
another issue that
throw them in jail.
I mean, that's a fucking nationwide issue. But
yeah, but especially here in California has like I think at least 50% of the homeless population around the country. So that's I mean
for one number. State.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And it's becoming a huge problem here in Stockton.
Well, it's in San Joaquin County in general.
I just feel like our homeless problem is like it's unique to us because they've been fucking shit up like crazy lately. Like it's just getting so out of hand. And I feel like nobody, like I see no reaction from like, you know, our mayor and shit like that. Like from our local government, you know what I mean? Our city council, whatever. Like they're not really doing shit. They were giving like 50 million.
Well, here, let me pull it up.
209 times, by the way. They've been at it.
Yeah, I feel like,
I mean,
because you know, news and all of this big corporations, they fucking put out what they want to put out.
Fake news, man.
And this, I feel like this is actually like a community built page where people actually send shit like, hey, you know, I recorded this video about this happened, this and that, and they post it and they do research too. So like, super incredible. So shout out to 209 Times, by the way, too, for always keeping everybody updated. So like it here says, like you said, that, you know, the fucking the county politics is doing shit.
So I guess the mayor, like there was a huge fire in Stockton, and that same day he went on an interview and he just talked about the PG&E fires that happened in Northern California, and he completely ignored the fires in Stockton.
Yeah, like,
and there's been a total of 1,525
fires in Stockton
just this year alone,
to be exact. And he did not mention one single fire that happened, but he talked about the PG&E fires and everything that's been going around. And I mean, that just kind of goes to show a little bit. I mean, I've never really followed like politics, or
it's because I just feel like he's trying to not do, go into like he's trying to like move out from the city,
you know, like expand his governor or whatever the fuck.
Like, that's what he's trying to do. Because I feel like he doesn't really give a shit about Stockton.
That's actually a good. I didn't see it like that. That's actually a good point.
And like that other lady, they kind of like they talk shit about some guy.
Well, let me see.
Adam something.
Oh, so let's finish talking about this guy first. So the mayor, from what I know too, he's never in Stockton.
He's always like I follow
like the
him.
Bay Area. I've
seen his Instagram.
Just everywhere but Stockton. I mean, I don't know how you expect to help out a city that's like in much need of help.
You're the mayor of Stockton, not the fucking ambassador. By the way.
Yeah, you're not you're not the president. You're a mayor of a city, which you're never in the city. So how are you gonna help that city out? And your staff ain't doing shit about it either. So
yeah, like what the fuck is going on? I feel like the community has stepped up. Like I've seen like blue. What's that? Blue junk removal.
Blue, yeah. Blue
And the
junk.
other one, white.
White, the great white. And I think
I've
there was
seen them.
two other, like I think like 1-800 something like. Or
They
King
gathered
Junk or
and they
something.
cleaned the community and shit. They're stepping up for the fucking city council and shit. They're doing it for. I don't think they're charging shit. Like they're just.
No, I think it was
they
like
just gather volunteers and they go.
They
and
did
clean
like
for free.
they did a community cleanup.
That's mind blowing. It's crazy to me because there's people getting paid to not do shit, and they're out there doing it for free.
Yeah.
So
the communities. This is annoying. This is just annoying me. Trash.
bro, don't throw it.
I'm sorry. That was just annoying.
That
me.
sandwich is that's whatever.
But I feel like that fucking sandwich threw my fucking mind off of shit. Yeah, like the community is doing a lot more than the. I was gonna say the government, but it's.
I
not
mean,
the
some people in the
government,
community, the people giving the homeless money and shit, aren't really helping.
No, well, I mean like as
But yeah,
far
like,
as like
there's
local
people
businesses,
stepping
you know,
up.
like the Great White and Blue Junk Removal. They're stepping up and actually doing shit that I feel the city should do.
Yeah.
You know, they should send out trucks or shit. Pay them to go clean it up. At least pay them.
And I mean,
you know,
they can't argue that there's no money because they've been given like $50 million to help and resolve the issue. And all they've done so far is like make an app.
Yeah.
They developed an app to count the homeless. So it's kind of like like what's the point of that?
Kathy Miller, that's the name.
With 50 million, you can fucking put every homeless person in like a fucking nice house.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You could throw them in a nice house, and I mean, it's not gonna help the issue, but I'm saying like.
I mean,
just to put it into
politics is, to me, like in my.
Oh yeah, it's all corrupt. It's all corruption. I'm pretty sure a lot of people pocket that money for sure. Of course,
I mean, 50 million. What the fuck have you done? But we put like 50 million homeless.
I know.
Shit, you know, like.
I guess there's somebody in charge of like the homeless in Stockton. He gets paid like $200,000 to do nothing. Because I mean, think about it. Like,
okay.
I've never seen an improvement on this.
Wait, hold on.
On this issue.
Let me put this in there.
We sent people out to survey.
The county got $50 million, basically to like help the homeless.
Yeah, the San Joaquin County.
And what they did was create an app.
Yeah, it's because you know how they go and survey how many homeless people there are.
Yeah.
So I guess they made an app to make it easier, and it seems like that's where they spent the whole $50 million. And
on a fucking app.
There's this video of them celebrating like the creation of the app. I forgot where it's at. It's somewhere around here.
I don't know if most people are aware. The specifics of this was that our ISD department developed an app, a phone app, that enabled the point-in-time count volunteers to use their phones as part of the point-in-time count. And I think the fact that we saw the numbers that were counted and the level of detail that was captured this year triple from previous years, I think that goes to prove how effective this app was and how much it helped our volunteers. So really the award is for our ISD department, but it's also for all of the volunteers that stepped up to utilize the app and to help us get a more accurate count this year so we have a better idea of where to direct our...
Okay, so notice. But you know what's funny though? How she says volunteers to count.
No, I'm lost for words.
They weren't getting, the people that were out there counting, they weren't getting paid. But they were given $50 million.
So $50 million.
And they got volunteers.
Were given to the county to fight the homeless issue.
It's funny.
And they used the fucking app. Well, they used the money to create an app to count the homeless.
Just think about it. They could use paper.
They couldn't fucking use the little pencil shits like even on the fucking phone. Just fucking put a dot every time you see a homeless on the notepad and then fucking go back and have them count how many dots.
So that's where our tax money is going to, by the way.
And then she said, "Oh, so as you can see, there's been an increase, a 300% increase in the homeless." It's funny how they're
celebrating that.
What? What?
They're celebrating that they found that there was an increase of 300 when there should be. They got paid to solve the issue, but they're celebrating that they noticed that there's a 300% increase.
I don't even honestly I don't even know what to say to that. Like that's.
They're out there celebrating.
I mean, with 50 million, you could have built new shelters. You could have fucking helped.
Not shelters. I think what we need is rehabilitation centers. Cause
Well, I mean, it could be a shelter within a rehabilitation center. But I'm saying, like, with $50 million, you could have done a whole lot fucking more than create an app to count them.
And it's just funny how they're celebrating it. Like,
oh man,
that's what's amusing to me. It's like they gathered and they acted like they did something great, and it's like, oh, we have 50 million, and this is all we fucking.
I guess in the eyes of their pockets, it benefited them.
Maybe that's what they're celebrating. That they
like, hey, 50 million, there's $1 million apiece, guys, and the rest, fuck off.
I just won 5 million right now. The city's burning. But
that's
the city's
unbelievable.
burning.
How is an app supposed to help like the homeless? Yeah, I guess it made it easier for them to know how many people there were, but now what?
It's just funny, like you just go out and the problem is just so you don't even have to go like far. Just out in the neighborhood, you see fucking trash, shopping carts everywhere, piles of trash, shit, human shit everywhere. It just smells bad.
It's honestly, yeah. And it makes you not want to go to certain spots, bro. Like, it makes the people want to leave the city. Like, I sometimes, when I'm driving around, sometimes like, fuck, like this shit looks fucked up. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, I don't want to.
It looks. If you go to those encampments, it looks like a third world country.
Yeah, literally.
And I've seen somebody say, like, how is it possible? Like, I was watching a video and they showing like the encampments in like LA and San Francisco, and people are like, how does the government let people be like that? This is America, you have the richest people on earth and the the wealthiest economy.
They were gonna say healthiest. I was like, I don't think so. I don't think healthiest, but
no, but like we have like
the
like best economy.
One of the wealthiest. We have fucking
not the best, but one of the best in the world. And
I mean, I think,
but it comes down.
I would say the biggest companies in the world were funded here in America.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like people in the comments were blaming the government, kind of like for allowing those people to be like that. But at the same time, it actually takes like self-responsibility too. Like there's people that come from like different countries with nothing.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like
they
come with nothing and they build something.
Empires.
It's like us. Like I know my family when they came here didn't have shit. And we're doing pretty well off right now. It's because
that's a lot of people.
But it's like because we come here with hunger.
No, they hungry too.
No, but I mean, we come here hungry for success. It's like we want to succeed and we bust our asses off. And these people, there's just, I mean, they got to take self-responsibility too. That's why I think the only way to help these people are like through rehabilitation centers. Like that's why I feel like when people give them money and shit, like they're making them comfortable being homeless.
Yeah,
and you gotta make them feel like being homeless.
Not okay.
It's not okay. And you throw them into these rehabilitation centers, you take them off drugs and throw them back to society, and they'll start working and shit. You know what I mean?
Start helping themselves out and start helping out the economy and the community as a whole. Yeah. I mean, I sometimes try not to judge them at times, like the homeless, because we don't really know exactly like what happened in their life to actually get to that point. And I know some people, they're not like mentally I mean, I would like to think of myself as a mentally strong person, but I wouldn't know until maybe shit actually hits the fan. But I would say that some people are not mentally strong to deal with certain shit. Whether it could be like a dog dying, or a family member, or like the littlest thing. Like the littlest thing on some people could have a huge impact, which leads them to depression, and leads them into drug abuse, and then damn.
But see, that's why we have psychologists.
That too. But
it's just that people don't
want to be helped.
Yeah.
They don't want to be helped.
So at that point, it becomes like, what can you do for a person like that doesn't want to be helped, and it's just trashing our.
I mean, and when someone doesn't want to be helped, there's really like
it's a really complicated issue, and I feel like I don't know, like
I feel once they've lost like the battle up here with themselves, like there's absolutely nothing anyone could do to help them at all, and it sucks. And I feel like people shouldn't be like that.
So you think the best way would be just to burn them?
I mean, I wouldn't say burn them, but. No, I mean, I don't know, bro. Honestly, I mean,
I think
it's like hella shit like happens for that to like happen. I mean, I think
I'm pretty sure the big majority of those people, if they can't get drugs, they'll find a way to get them. And I mean, if you tell them like, hey, if you work, and you clean and whatever, then we'll give you drugs. I'm pretty sure they'll do it.
No, for sure. Like if you were to kind of like do like a little exchange, like, hey, you know, we'll
like if the city were to gather the homeless and be like, hey, you know, because I'm pretty sure a lot of like people don't want to hire these people anymore.
Well, of course, no.
So I feel like it's the city's job to be like, hey, we'll gather you guys up, put you guys in a shelter, and like we'll give you guys like a job. And I mean, we probably won't pay you much, but it's like go help and clean the city, and you know, and you'll get a little bit of money, not much, but like it's a nice start. You know what I mean? Kind of like to get them reestablished into like society and everything. I think that'd be like, I mean, better than making that fucking app.
I mean, yeah, kind of like living like in the shelter.
Like that's a nice way. I feel like that's a nice way to rehabilitate someone.
I think it is. I mean, it's like they do it in movies and all of that stuff. You know, like people just, and they have like certain like even apartments are kind of like meant for that, for like people that kind of just being introduced back into society. I mean, the rent is not gonna be hella high and shit like that, so it's like you could do it.
They have like I've been saying, like they have so much help.
Like the help, yeah, like you said, the help is there, bro.
Free
like they don't want to, and it's I feel like sometimes we shouldn't even feel bad because they get themselves into that fucking position. Is their life choices that they make that makes them become homeless?
They have free healthcare.
Like I sometimes don't feel bad. I mean, lately I haven't been feeling bad.
Yeah, I mean,
like I feel sad for them. Like fuck, it sucks to be you, but lately, I mean, it sounds like heartless, but I don't feel bad.
I really
because
don't
it's like fuck, like I mean, I've had conversations with some of them, you know, when I fucking just ran into them and they kind of just start bugging you and shit. So you kind of like, oh, well, you know, here, well, let me buy you something, blah blah blah. And then you ask them like, well, why? You know, how the fuck did this happen? And they're like, oh, well, I lost my job, this and that. And it's like, okay, you lost your fucking job, so fucking what?
Go get another.
Yeah, go get another one. Like,
but you know, like,
fuck, it's just sometimes it's just like, okay, well, shit, like, give me my food bag, like, fuck.
If somebody can come from a different country and work without any sort of documents or whatever, I'm pretty sure these motherfuckers can get a job.
Of course, bro.
So that's not an excuse either, you know. There's people that come from like, let's say, like Mexico, and they start working right away.
I mean, even there's homeless people that have families that do care for them. Like, sadly, like one of our friends, I've seen him around on the streets, bro, and it's sad. Like, he has a family that well, I'm sure his family loves him, you know, his brother.
But you know what's crazy? Like,
they're doing like
they're doing good for themselves. He used to be a hard worker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I used to go work with him together in high school. We used to go and work in the fields and shit. He was like a really, really hard worker. But you know what happened? He fell into drugs. Yeah, and then it's his life choices. And it's like he just went downhill from there. And I remember the last time I spoke to him, he's like, hey, I'm sleeping at In Shape. And since then, I haven't heard from him, honestly. And I mean, it's like you said it. Well, like I said, actually, not you. But like it's sad, bro, and it's like fuck. But yeah, like he just fell into that cycle of drugs. You obviously don't want to leave that environment because I mean, you're still on the streets. I mean, you haven't really done shit to help yourself out. And I'm saying you haven't done shit because you're still in that position. So. It's just I'm pretty sure it's depressing too. It's like it's hard. It's not easy to get out of that cycle. That's what I'm saying. But fuck them off. But if you're not making the first step, yeah. Let's say it's like if I was homeless and I was like, fuck, like my life's fucked up. Like I fucking like I'm at rock bottom. Like I'm below rock. Like I'm fucking, you know, just the lowest of the lowest. And I knew my family was doing good. You know, if I knew my brother, you know, was doing good or whatever, and I know I needed the help. I mean, it's your family. Unless you have a piece of shit family, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, get the fuck away." You know, this quote by the Avatar. It says, "When you hit rock bottom, we open to the greatest change." Do you know what that means or no? Yeah, it means that change is coming. No, the way I my perspective of that quote is, you know, you have like a clean slate. Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You could build whatever the fuck you want. It's like take that as a big victory. You could start from scratch and fucking build your own empire however the fuck you want. But people don't do that. It's a beautiful quote. And people don't do that. That's I think for my way, the way of solving it is like what I've been saying. It's like gather these fuckers up and give them a job. Like I'm pretty sure there's volunteers out there that would do it for free to go and monitor these people. positive.
Or even start as something as easy as like, hey, you know what? You guys can stay here in the meantime. Maybe it's probably not the best idea, but even if you're gonna fucking be camping under that bridge, clean that fucking shit up. Don't start no fucking fires. Don't start fires. I was gonna say have a little spot to maybe cook or whatever, but shit, it's everything's fucking.
Or just get them to clean up the city because
at least where they're living. I mean, it's like you shit and leave it there, and okay,
you know what's funny?
It's biodegradable, but it fucking stinks.
I was watching a video of a homeless person in Japan. This motherfucker had solar panels.
I think he was homeless.
No, he was actually homeless. Like, he lived in a tent. Like, he lived in the tent on their bridge. But when he would get in the tent, he would take his shoes off and he would put them outside. That's fucking crazy.
Whoa.
It's like he was like an educated homeless. Like, he would take his shoes off, put them outside, go in his tent. You know, like, he was clean. Like, his tent was super clean and everything was nice and tidy and shit.
So, like, was he actually homeless, though? Or?
Yeah, he's homeless.
Damn,
he just couldn't afford a house. I mean, it's like in Tokyo. I mean, the rent is super crazy.
Oh, shit.
I think it's like one of the highest in the world.
That reminded me back to the police officer I was talking to.
I'll look for the video.
Like, somewhere, I think it was like by Brookside or somewhere like in the nice area. You know, what we consider the rich, nice area. I guess there's like a little place where there's like homeless too. But they don't accept like any homeless there. Like, you have to be a certain type of homeless. Like, if you were to be homeless and you go there, like, if you don't, like, pass the screening, like, they kick you out.
Yeah, what's the...
Like, they're, like, a very, like, high-end homeless...
So you gotta be wearing Gucci?
...settlement. I don't know what,
but tent has to be made out of this Gucci
like, he said he was speaking to them, and he was like, yeah, we don't accept anyone here. Like, you have to be, like, a certain type of homeless. It was one of Carlos's clients.
Nah, he's just bullshit.
No, like, he's an actual cop. Like, he's a cop, and like he was telling me.
So your tent has to be made out of Gucci cloth?
No, I don't know, but I mean, I believe it. Bro, I'm sure, like, if you were to go homeless and try to go somewhere, they're not gonna fucking know you. They're gonna be like, no, like, yeah, bitch, go get your own little fucking bridge. I don't know, something.
Go be a tro somewhere.
Like, at the end of the day, it's still like society, and it's still like human instinct to kind of not let new people in, you know?
Yeah.
It's like threatened, or like could be some type of, I don't know, but it was crazy that you said that, because I was like, damn, there is shit like that goes on too, even in the places where you wouldn't even expect it.
In our local community. Yeah, let's wrap it up.
What?
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap what up?
The condom. So we can fuck each other. Any final thoughts and decisions?
I don't know. What should we say?
My final verdict is cucumber.
Verdict.
Are you sucking on that mic? Stop sucking on the mic. Nah, what I have to say is, like, people need to stop giving these motherfuckers money. Like, don't give them anything at all. That's my only message to people. I feel like the community has to get up and stand.
Yeah,
stand
the community has to get up and stand
and clap. Stand up and clap. Stand up and clap.
And this is done. Okay.
And dance. We gotta dance together, man. Music makes people happy. You feel me?
So to wrap this
taco
up. Wrap this up.
This burrito. Wrap the enchilada.
I mean, I'm personally, I don't think I'm like politically educated enough, but
I'm completely educated.
It doesn't take like an educated person to kind of realize that, not the community.
We're just getting. I feel like the citizens are just getting fed up. Honestly,
of course, hell yeah.
Like, every client I speak to clients every day about this issue. Like, it's not like I bring it up. It's like they talk about it, and that's like, as a member of the community, I feel like it's just fucking irritating me too, because I see this shit every day, and I'm pretty sure everybody is too. So let's wrap this burrito up and fuck the system, bro. That's why I keep saying that shit. People keep asking me what that means. That's what it means. The system
is broken.
It's broken, man.
Everybody's blaming each other. Do you ever have like those 10 minutes where like you high on caffeine, and as soon as it goes away, you just like
crash down,
and you're just like fuck. But it happens for like 10-15 minutes. That's how I feel right now. Holy shit.
Are you crashing?
Oh, I gotta get the inner Saiyajin. Vegeta. Well, my last words for this is, like I was mentioning, we're not political. Well, I'm personally not like politically educated, but it doesn't take an educated person to realize that the city officials are not doing their job.
Yeah,
they're distributing a lot of fucking money to help the issue, but the issue is actually getting worse.
Yeah, it's been increasing.
Yeah, so I feel like they need to get their shit together and stop taking fucking vacation times and just going everywhere but Stockton. Like, you're everywhere but Stockton. Like, you're a city
Michael Tubbs.
Yeah, you're a city.
That's you, motherfucker.
Is it mayor, right?
Mayor. Yeah.
You're a city mayor. You're not a state governor. You're not a fucking, like he said, ambassador. Like, no, you stay in your fucking city, figure shit out, help your city out, help the people out, help the fucking homeless people
Stockton
out.
people are getting fed up, man.
Yeah.
There's been so many fucking homicides as well. It's crazy. We're like I think the top 10 most dangerous cities. I think we're the most dangerous cities in California.
Like weird, the most dangerous city in California?
No, I think we are in top 7 or 5. I forgot the actual number.
We're top 10 in we're top 10 in the nation.
No, for sure.
But in California, I'm not sure what number we are.
I think we're one.
I would say top 2. Oh shit! Excuse me. I would say top 2. Maybe.
We're up there though. We're fucking up there. So I mean, it speaks a lot. The community is fucked up too. I think everybody's fucking up. I think we all need to get our shit together and just fucking work. Just go to fucking work. It's not that hard. Stop bullshitting. Go to work. Stay out of trouble. Smoke more fucking weed. If it helps you chill,
Just don't let it get to the point where you get homeless.
Just don't do coke and crack. Stay out of
God.
Stay out of methamphetamine, man. I'm tired of seeing needles everywhere.
Going on?
I'm tired of seeing needles everywhere.
I think reading all this bullshit is making me sneeze because I'm allergic to bullshit. Damn city officials. Oh shit!
But it's like you can't just blame the government. It's like I've been saying. It's like the community.
No, well, yeah, but I mean, I feel like
it's like the community and their problem because they need to want to change in order for that to happen too.
Yeah, but as a leader, as a leader of a city, or even as let's say group, as a leader of a group, if you're not doing shit, how do you expect for your colleagues or followers? I feel like
he hasn't acknowledged the issue at all. Like he hasn't come up like, "Hey, Stockton has a fucking homeless problem,
crisis,
we're in a crisis." Like it's crazy. Like I feel like if this was happening in any other city, like it'd be fucking highlights everywhere, like all over the news and everything, and we're not. It's because our officials aren't really like acknowledging the problem. They're acting like there's nothing.
Making it a big. Well, on paper they're making it a big problem, so they could chang. But outside of like paper, they ain't doing shit.
Like there's nothing going on. Like I just don't see any movement. Like it's just getting crazier and crazier every day. Like there's like 7 homicides in a week now and shit. Like it's crazy, man.
And sometimes well, as of lately, I feel like it's nothing but like bums killing bums.
Bum on bum.
Or it might be like people killing bums, which is fucked up. But it's like, fuck. Well, someone has to do something. Which don't kill bums. That's fucked up. Don't do that. Burn. But oh my god, why? What's going on with me?
I say we burn those motherfuckers like they burning our city, man. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of people have that in their minds. You feel me? So let's wrap this burrito up, this enchilada, homie, and see you guys next time. Yeah, dig, follow, comment, subscribe, hit that like, hit that notification bell, whatever those YouTubers say and all that bullshit.
Yeah, let's finish it because I can't.
He's allergic to the bullshit that's been going on. That's why he can't. We'll get better, buddy.
I don't know why.
Hopefully this video will reach out to the community and.
I don't know why it's going on, man. I don't know why the city officials aren't doing anything. They
all right, people. All right, my beautiful people
of. They get the shit.
Did you just fart?
Huh?
All right, so let's wrap it up.
That was.
See you guys next time.
The sound of thunder.
The sound of thunder. Thor. Oh, weren't you gonna do like some bloopers or some shit like? We gonna sing for y'all a song if you dig. Now this shit's
Nah,
about.
just stop it.
See y'all later, alligators.